Hi, I'm Chanel, and I'm here with some friends. Yeah, I wanted to show you a little bit about having, can you see them? Having some sheep friends. Because I grew up on a little farm. I've seen a lot of lambs come and go, but I have a select few who are pets, and therefore lucky enough to not be sent to the freezing works. They just live here. Just eat well. Grandma gives them biscuits sometimes. Unlike the other ones who my grandparents send to the freezing works to get killed and put in meat packs. Glad these guys aren't in meat packs. So I thought I'd tell you about why I actually can do this. She's adorable. When I was a child, about 9 years old, I got 2 lambs that year, Andy and Barney. And they were really cute little lambs, little fluffy white fellas. And I loved them and I fed them. And Andy and Barney became withers, which means you remove their male parts. So they're not really males. They were males, but now they can't. I didn't think about it. I just helped my grandparents put the sheep in the yards, sent them up the track into the big truck that was waiting, and off they went. They were gone forever. And there was no getting them back, and they were gonna go into those meat packs we talked about. So that was really quite upsetting, because they were like my children, you know? So I decided from there actually that I couldn't eat lamb after that because it would be like cannibalism. And the next year, one of my cousins gave me a lamb, and this lamb had a little brown face, white wool, and I named him Todd. And I told my grandfather, because Todd was a wither, you see, he'd already had his man bits taken away. He was really destined for the freezing works. I told my granddad, if you try to take Todd to the freezing works, I will find your shotgun and I will shoot you. I got to keep the lamb, it was awesome. And he grew up. I have some videos here, there, and you can see Todd was a real scamp. He was a real lovely, silly fellow, loved his biscuits. Grandma gave me biscuits to give him all the time. And even these guys. Yes, Mandy? Nothing today. Oh, I love Ebony, she stomps. Even her lambs stomp, it's quite funny. She's not dangerous, it's like a little princess. Anyway, back to Todd. Todd grew up, he actually lived to the ripe old age of 13, I think, actually. And considering he would have only gotten 3 months otherwise, that was pretty amazing. Pretty lucky for a sheep. For my grandparents, the sheep weren't just lovely creatures to have around, they were a source of money, of course. Objects, livestock. As a farmer, I never questioned it. I just thought that's the way it is, you know. You breed them, you sell them. It's the way of living. When you really think about it, if you think about doing that to another species, for example lions or tigers, you know, imagine breeding them in a farm, killing them, skinning them, selling the fur, selling the meat. That sounds really horrible. Why is it okay to do this to some select animals like sheep and cows and deer and chickens and so on, but not okay for other animals? They're not better than one another. If you can, try to think about lovely little animals, the calves, the lambs, the baby chickens, as more than just objects to make money, but actually as living, breathing, curious, interesting creatures that deserve the chance to live on and not have their lives controlled and wrecked by us. Because they can actually live long, happy lives and make your life all the more richer for it. Happy New Year! I'm Chanel.